Hello, um, welcome to my video. Um, I haven't uploaded anything in a while. Um, School stuff got in between, and I kind of put it back on a shelf. But especially like the past few weeks, I've been getting more into Sudoku again. So I thought I'd try and you know do something with it. I've tried setting as well. I uploaded one puzzle and I'm working on another. But while I was working on my puzzle, um, I found this one, which has a sort of similar concept. I wanted to do a Ying Yang killer as well. And but what I wanted to do is that the sum was only the sum of the shaded cells, basically. I'm still working on it because, well, it takes a while. I want it to be something unique. Um, then I saw this, and I don't know. I kind of got the interest and idea of recording it. It's basically well, let's just start and we'll go through the rules. Um, it's a yin yang puzzle, so that means we have to color the entire grid in shaded and unshaded regions, where the regions forms a single orthogonally connected area and no 2 by 2 area in the grid may be covered by a single region, which is just standard yin yang rules. And then there comes the killer rules. Digits may not repeat in cages. Given digits in the top left corner are the sum of the unshaded digits minus the sum of the shaded digits within the cage. Um, okay, well that's something, I guess. Um, okay. That's I'm already looking at the puzzle. Let's just kind of, um, see what thought that, invokes. Um, because I looked at this very shortly and then, well, pretty fast decided that I wanted to make a video on it, even though I haven't in a while. Um, because I saw the zero cage and I thought it was interesting because it doesn't tell you much, but since it's two and one cell, it means those two and that one have to add up to, well, or it's this way around, or it's But anyway, two of these and one of these have to be like the same total. That means if you didn't include the special killer rule, so the minus rule, that would mean that the cage total, the normal cage total would always be even, because if you have, like, let's say 7 minus 7, that's, well, that makes 0. um but the normal total of 7 and 7 would be 14, and that's even, and it doesn't matter which numbers you choose. If they're equal, they total to an even number. And I thought that would be the main premise of the puzzle, and I thought that was interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be. I haven't gone any further than that part of the thought process. What I did see, what I'm seeing now, looking at the puzzle, we have there's a very general rule in Yin Yang. That's basically you can't have more than one border division. So let's say this could solve into the puzzle. Um, what couldn't, though, is like this, because it doesn't matter how. But once you connect up the two regions, the two orange regions, you'll always cut off the other two blue regions, and they both have to be one region. So the blue can never connect to the blue on the bottom left now. That's what I'm seeing. So that means that these let me just do this and this. Which this is also the break-in that I used in my puzzle that I'm setting. Well, this cage and this cage interest me then, because you can see that they're both on the border. So this is definitely where the puzzle starts, because you can never create -3 with all of these being one color. So that means I'm gonna use blue and orange, but I don't know which one will be shaded and which one will be unshaded. Um, no, that's fine. Um, So that means this is orange and this has to be blue, like coming this way. Uh, and in this 2 cage, it has to be something minus the other thing makes 2, because this can never be 1, 1, because of the normal Sudoku rules. Which, okay, so that means, so that kind of shows me that this is the case. This is very standard beginning for a Yin Yang puzzle. Now it's getting a bit harder to know what to look at. Um, I can see this 2 cage might be interesting because this, well, no, because this 1, 2, 3, these 3 cells could be 1, 2, 3. That's 6. So this is a minimum of 4, but a minimum of 4 doesn't say much. Wow. Okay, so it's not as restricting as I thought. Okay, well, we have to adhere by the 2 by 2 rule. So we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, and we can do this. Um, well, okay, so this has to be orange as well because um, something minus the other thing has to be 1. So if this would be blue, then it would just be this total. That would mean, well, actually, can't we determine now that, um, no, we can't. This could be minimum of 6. So if this is 7, 7 minus 6 is 1. So then this would be the, I have to use the right polarity of these, because one is shaded and one is unshaded, and it's very easy to get them mixed up. Digits may not given digits. Unshaded minus shaded. That's what it is. So we can't use this to determine, because this could be 7 and this could be 6, or this could be 6 and this could be 5, for example. So we don't know the way that goes, basically. Same goes for this, because this could be 8 and then this could be 6, or this could be 6 and this could be 4. Makes it a lot more difficult. Same goes for this 4. Basically, well, we can just color this, because um, with same what I explained here with the 1. That means that's blue. Um, Interesting so far. Well, okay, so there's some other yin yang thing I want to explain, because I know it's going to be used in the puzzle. Well, I don't know, but I'm guessing it will. Um, if we have a shape like this, could never exist in a yin yang puzzle, because whatever you do, if you connect these 2 oranges up, you'll always get a, you'll always isolate the blue. It doesn't matter how big or how small. So it could never be, you could never have a checkerboard pattern, which is, I think, what the the term is for the way it's used most often, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So we can see that here. That's a good example, I guess, and that makes that orange. Okay. We have a lot of coloring, but no numbers yet, which is, I think that's common for these types of puzzles. Usually, you do a lot of coloring, and then you kind of, the puzzle falls into place more or less. I wanted to look at this 4 cage because, well, okay, so maybe this 4 cage determines which is the shaded and which is the unshaded. Because let's say, hmm, no, it doesn't, or does it? Wait, okay, so orange let's say the thing is orange minus blue. Could that ever be true? No, no, okay, so no, it can, because let's say orange is 9, then this would have to be 5, and it can't, because the minimum 3 cells can be is 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 6. Okay. So that's saying that it's unshaded minus shaded. So orange is shaded and blue is unshaded. So it's blue minus orange. Always. Oh, that makes that very interesting. But first I'm going to look at this cage. It's blue minus orange. So let's say this is 9. This could be 13. But this could be as low as 1. So it doesn't... Okay, that 4 cage is kind of useless then. But I thought this would be... Because since it's blue minus orange, the minimum orange can be is a 6. So to get 2, this has to be 8 or 9. So this is either 7 or 6 in total, because well, you have to get 2 basically. So 8 minus 6 is 2, or it's 9 minus 7. So that means this is a 1 and a 2, and then either with a 3 or with a 4, depending on if this is 8 or 9. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. It's blue minus orange. I'm repeating this for myself just to get the hang of the way the math works. Blue minus orange. So 6. This is a minimum of 6. So that's a minimum of 3. Fairly useless. Okay. So what's more interesting? It's I guess it's low. Well, okay, so it's blue minus orange, so this is 2 more than this, but that doesn't say anything because this could be basically anything. This could be 7, this could be 9, this could be 1, this could be 3. Okay. Blue minus orange. 6 minus 3. Well, okay, so functionally this cage and this cage are functionally the same. And what is interesting? The 8 cage, it's blue minus orange. So okay, so what I'm thinking about, could this ever be 2 cells, right? And I think it could, because let's say blue minus orange, this could be as high as 17, and this could be as low as 3. So that's a 14 difference. That's not even close to 8. I'm just checking like these very easy calculations just to see how forced some things are and how forced they aren't. You don't get a lot of information from this puzzle, which is also the thing I experienced while setting, that it's hard to, because killer cages themselves give a lot of information, but this kind of takes a bit of power away from the killer cages and puts it on the yin yang aspect. Um, but yin yang itself is not very restrictive. Um, you have the 2 basic rules that I explained with the border and the checker pattern, but I'm honestly not 100% sure what to do next. Well, this 0 cage has to be 2 and 1. This 0 cage has to be 2 and 1, but you don't know the division of them. Blue minus orange. Okay, so well, it's very easy for this to be blue as well, isn't it? Because the 3 numbers together could make as high as, what is it, 24? Yeah, 24. And as low as 6. Well, it couldn't be 6, of course, because then this would have to be 0, but it could be 7 very easily as well. Um, hmm. Could those 2 be orange? This would be maximum 17. This could easily be 11, yeah. Okay. So much space. So it's not very restrictive. Not at all. Is it an even uneven thing like I thought in the beginning? Because I kind of wandered away from that. But well, okay, let's look at the -3 cage because here orange has to be bigger than blue. Exactly 3 bigger. Well, okay, so that's something. It is something. Orange has to be bigger than blue. These cannot it so this is impossible, basically. Because then this would have to be 1, 2, 3, and this would have to be 9, which works. But this 1, 2, 3 would block out the would basically force a 1 and a 2 here, which is not possible. Um so it's at least this. Now. That did barely anything. Okay. Um but a win is a win. Blue minus orange. So orange has to be 3 more than blue. 3 more. Hmm. No, it doesn't work the other way around, does it? Because if these were all orange, 3 bigger than blue, they could be like 12. This could be a 9. Yeah. 12 you can make one. Well, lots of ways. Even without using. Well, not without using. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, never mind. You can do it without using a 1 and a 2. Hmm. Rough. I feel like there has to be some point in these two having to both be orange, but I'm not sure what it is. I wish this ace 8 cage would be 2 on 2 because then you know which way it goes. But I don't think it has to be. I think you can have 3 blues. No, okay. Yeah, you can have 3 blues with 1 orange. Can you have 2 oranges with 2 blues? I think I looked at this already because this can be like 17 and then this has to be 11. 9, I mean, which is very doable. Um, is it a thing where we look at lows and highs? So, okay, I looked at one thing. If this is 1 blue, like, okay, so hypothetically, this, is this possible? Because you have basically the same cage as we have here, and this will be 1, well, this would be 8, 9 again, and this would be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 4, which would create a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple, where the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 have to basically go here, so they couldn't go here. But that again does not do anything. Well, it would force a 1 and a 2 here and here because this would have to contain one of 3 and 4. This would have to contain the other of 3 and 4, and then 1 goes here or 2 goes here or whatever. And this would be both be 1, 2, which means this couldn't be a 1 or a 2. And it's blue minus orange, but this could be a 3 and this could be like an 8. No, never mind. That does work. I don't see how that breaks anything. That's rough. That's difficult. Blue minus orange. Could these two be both orange? Um, Blue minus orange. That would make this like 1, 2, and then that could be 6. Would make this 6, 7, 8, or 9, but even that is not very restrictive. Okay. Blue minus orange. So let's say, okay. So let's say this is a 1, 2, 3, right? Minus this would be 5 or higher. If this is a 9, this has to be blue minus orange. Blue minus orange. No, I'm doing a whoopsie here. If this is 9, that would be a 10. If that's 9, that would be a 12. So, but they can both be 9, of course. Let's say 9, let's say 8 here, and that's 11. 9 here, then that's 10. So 21. Basically, the maximum is 21. The minimum 6 numbers can add up to is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Oh, it is 21, isn't it? 11. Oh, that is 21. So this has to be the maximum. Because if it's, okay, so if it's any less, then, and that also makes this 7, 8, or 9. Okay. Okay, I think I'm on to something, and I didn't expect to be. Okay. Um, um, so let's double check that real quick, because blue minus orange. So the maximum this can be is blue minus 9 is 10. Well, yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah, that is the case. That's the maximum this can be. So if this, like, let's say this is 11, how could that be true? 11 would have to be minus 10, which, okay, that's not possible. Okay, this is the maximum 10, and this is maximum, well, 12, but that would create 22. But since one of these has to be one lower, it removes one from this total. Okay, yeah, that is true. That is true. We don't know how these two are disposed, but whatever. Um, I think the important thing here is that this is 7, 8, or 9. I'll check down here as well, because I can see that it also might work with this, but not as well. Well, yeah, if this is 8, this is 12. But you can make 12 with a 9 even. Very easily. 12. The minimum this can be is 4, since it's 3 minus 1. But okay, the the minimum. The minimum this can be is 9 plus 13. 8 plus 3 is 11. No, wait, that's the maximum. Sorry, that's the maximum. The maximum this can be is 13, is 11. That's 24. So the minimum this can be is 21, because the whole row is 45. So maximum 24 means this is minimum 21. And there's a difference of 2 between these, which means the max these can be is 15. So, whoa, okay, so no, I'm doing things like min-max. Okay, so the maximum these can be is 24, the minimum these can be is 21. The maximum these can be is 9 and 7, which is 16. That's the maximum these can be. Which means this is a minimum of 5. Well, okay, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. No, it isn't. It isn't. It's 5, 7, or 9, is it? Because, okay, so the maximum that this can be is 24. Wait, no. The minimum this can be is 24. So the maximum this can be is 21. Is that true? This could never be higher than 24. So this has to be at least 21 to compensate. It could be more, putting less pressure on this, but yeah, since this is the maximum, this is the minimum of 21. Yeah, okay. I keep having to reassure myself that the things I'm thinking are correct, but that's just to not make mistakes, I guess. And I don't have a good way of noting this type of stuff. Maybe that also would help. Um, I'm not sure. Anyway, now I've completely lost it. Blue minus orange. So this is, let's say this is 9 and this is 13, and this will be 11. These three will be 11, and that would be 8. So 11, 13, 24. So this is minimum. That's this row's maximum. So this is a minimum of 21. This total always has to be even, doesn't it? Because if you pick two numbers, like let's say 3 and 1, if you add them up, they're 4. But when you subtract them, they're 2. So if they're 2 apart, their total has to be an even number. But okay, so that doesn't matter because we don't know if this is even or uneven, because this can also change. Okay, I don't think that's relevant, sadly. It does mean this has to be high because so okay, 21, the maximum 24, minimum 21. Okay, if this is let's so I said this is 9 and 7. Let's move down 1, 8 and 6, right? They create 14, making this a 7. So when it's 9, 7, this is, oh, but it isn't precisely 21. It's minimum 21. So it could be 22 in total. Yeah. Could it ever be 7 and 5 then? Yeah, 7 and 5, 12. No, yeah, it could be. That could be a 9. So this is basically these 3 digits are 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's not even worth noting. Okay. I went on a tangent for absolutely nothing. Ugh. But that's I don't know. That's the game, I guess. Um, Also, Tallcat, cool puzzle. I like the idea. Uh, I I mm, I was working on something and you put it out there, and the, the insights I get from like looking at this puzzle and making the puzzle do hopefully help me setting my own. But we'll see, I guess. Okay, so let's look at the 6 gauge. Because it's blue minus orange, right? The minimum these can be is 15. That could never be 11. that's one thing I know. That could never be 11, so it needs another orange. Okay, cool. Minimum 15. Blue minus orange, right? So if this is 17, that would be 11. This is 15. Oh, wait, no. Oh, that couldn't be 9 because of the 8-9 pair. I did miscount, but my deduction was correct. 15 minus 9. Yeah, it will be 6. But it can be 9 because of these two. Okay. So it's either 15 and this is 9. It's, what is it, 16 and this is 10. Or it's, so basically this total is 9, 10, or 11. It says absolutely nothing. I do have a 7, 8, 9 pair though. So, but that could still create like 5, 6, and that would be 11. Yep. Interesting. How long am I recording for? Can I even see that on OBS? Oh, half an hour. I'm gonna be honest, I got more progress in half an hour than I expected I would have. Um, I am contemplating if I would cut this into like, I don't know, episodes or make one long puzzle video, but I'm gonna leave it at one long puzzle video because that's a concept I just enjoy more. So I should create what I enjoy, right? Or appease an algorithm. I don't know. Either one of them. If this is blue, this is blue. Because if it isn't, you would create the checkboard pattern. So it would be these two. Is that acceptable? Yes, it is, because it's blue minus orange. Meaning, yeah, okay. I think 3 oranges is a bigger problem here. Well, not really. It would be preferable for the solve if these 3 were like orange, and that would be an 8 or 9, and then. But I don't know. I don't know. So if this is a 7, this is a 1, 2, this is 10. So this is a minimum of 6. Because this is either 10 or more, so this is 6 or more. It is something, but it's not really what I would hope for. Well, 8 and 9 go here, because no, not here and not here. Um, that means this is not 8 or 9. Oh, whoa, okay, so that bumps down this total quite a bit, because then this can be 7, making this 11. This can be 9, making this 12, so 23. And did I say it bumps it down? It doesn't, it barely does. But it goes from 24 to 23. But that makes this a minimum of 22. So what was the example I looked at? 7 and 5, blue minus orange. 7 and 5, making 12. That would have to be 10. So this can never be 7 and 5 anymore. So that means these are 6, 7, 8, and 9. And it's blue minus orange. So this cannot be 6 because this cannot be 4. Well, okay, so this cannot be 7. That's 8 or 9, and that's 6 or 7. Oh, wrong. This. Is this also 6, 7, 8, or 9? Could that be 5? 9 plus 7. This is a minimum of 22. 9 plus 7, 16. 6. No. So this is also 6, 7, 8, or 9. Making this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this cannot be 9. Because if that's 9, this maximum is 11. Oh no, it can be with a 1 and a 2. I should just stop. Oh no. Oh yes, it is. Whoa, okay. 9, 1, 2, that's possible. And that's 3, 4, 5, isn't it? And 3 plus 4 plus 5, 7, 12, making that a 9, yeah. Okay. What's the minimum this can be? Well, for that we would have to know this maximum, don't we? That's 9, 7, and 8. Oh, it cannot be 9, 7, and 8. Because then this has no valid fill. Okay, so this cannot be 8. Because if this is 8, that's 9, that's 7, and that has no fill. 8 with 6, and that can be 9. If that's 9, that's 7, that's 6. So this could either be 6, 7, and 9, which is 13, 22, maxing this out. Or this is, what did I say, 8, 6, and 7. 14, 21. That's not possible anymore. So it's only 22. So that means this is 9, 7, and 6. 16, 22. Wow. Okay. Okay. Um, that's the break-in for the puzzle. Interesting. Interesting. Now we have a lot of information suddenly. Okay. Sorry, I have I have to sort of process everything because if I'm not mistaken, right? This is 13, this is 22 now. So this all has to be a maximum. So that also has to be a 9 because this has to be 12. Well, yeah. Yeah, okay. That also has implications for this 8 cage, but we're hold on that. Hold on that one. Sorry, I'm kind of overwhelmed with everything to look at now. I'm just gonna methodically work through it. 4, 3, 3, 1, and then the 6 cage, and then I'll look at the 8 cage. 8 cage. That's the order I'm gonna look at things. Oh wait, no. So 4 cage. This now has to be its absolute maximum, so that's 7. means this has to be 11, so that's 8 plus 3, 1, 2, and that is 3, 4, and 5, right? 8, 12. Oh, it works. I was so I'm rarely scared that I'm making mistakes and stuff. So excuse me if I do, please. What's now interesting? I'm thinking this is 10, this is 11, but we already kind of knew that. We don't know how those digits are disposed. We only know that 1 and 2 go here. That's barely any information. I think the next thing to look at is I'm quickly going to look at the 6 gauge and I'm going to go back to the 8 gauge because now this is forced to be 16, meaning this has to be 10. And 10, this is something I've learned from X sums. 10 is always the sum of 10 is always uh, a high digit and a low digit, so it's always 1, 2, 3, and 4 plus 6, 7, 8, and 9. And well, okay, so it's 4 and 6 basically. That's the only combination that works here. Interesting. I got a lot further in the puzzle already than I thought I would in the 2 hours that I set for it. Because I thought, well, if I'm not going to be done in 2 hours, I'll either stop the recording and make another video depending on my progress, or just I don't know. I don't think I would have scrapped the idea, but I would have been tempted to. But that's more of an insecurity thing, I think. You know, releasing content that's bad or whatever, or no, whatever. Um, blue minus orange. Blue minus orange. Okay, so what's the maximum this can be? Because it can be a lot, can it? It can be 13. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this could never be the case, right? This is impossible. What I'm thinking is it possible for? But I think it can be. Okay, no. So let me finish the process. So is this deposition? Is this possible? Um, that means that's 5 and 8, 13. Um, 5 and 8, 13 minus 8 is 5. Can this be 5? Yeah, it can very no. No, it cannot be 5. Well, okay, so that basically just means this has to be less. This can be 11, right? And this can be 3. Can it be 11? Is there a way to make 11? Yeah, 8 and 3. Okay. You kind of hope that this would have been resolved now, but whatever. um, can it be? Well, it could never be both. Never both could be orange. Could both be blue. If this is 1 and this is 9, yeah, very easily as well. Okay. So we haven't learned a lot yet, is what I'm seeing. 4 and 6 go somewhere here. 7 goes up here somewhere. I don't like those types of pencil marks, so I'm not going to put them anywhere. Well, okay. I'm, I think I'm stuck. Okay. There has to be something. Well, of course there's something. It's a logically solved puzzle. of course there's something, but I just have to, you know, get it, grab it somewhere. 11. 11. I don't know the ways to make 11. I don't know the ways to make 10. Oh, man. You can even make 10 without a 1. You don't need a 1 in this cage. Well, okay, so you can't use neither 1 nor 2. So this is a 1 or a 2. Well, yeah, okay, so that's very... So this sum is 10, we know that. And let's say there's no 1 or 2 in the cage, then this minimum is 3, 4, and 5, making it 7, 12. So that's not possible, so it has to be a 1 or a 2, and they can't be here, so it has to be there. That means this 11 can't use both a 1 and a 2, but it has to have one of them. So it could be 1, 4, 6, or 2 with 2, 6, 3. So it always has a 6, and the 6 is not there. I'm going to remove these pencil marks, I don't like them. So it's either 2, 6, 3 or 1, 4, 6. Yeah, okay. And this is then to make 10, 1 with 9, 1, 6, 3. No, wait. To make 9. If this is 1, these two have to sum to 9. They're not 1, 8, not 2, 7, not 3, 6. They're 4, 5. So it's 1 with 4, 5, or 2 with 8, and 8 not being 1, 7, 2, 6. Yeah, with 3, 5. So what did I say? 1, 4, 5, or 1, 3, 5. So this is okay. That's all. That's what I wanted to do. Basically, I knew there would be a 4 digits in both of these, but well, it's not very relevant, I guess. What did I say? 1 with 4, 5, or 2 with 3, 5. So that's 3 or 4 used. 3, 4, 5, 6. So either of these is 6. Which I could have seen by these, but whatever. whatever. Well, okay, so if this is 6, it cannot be the case that both of these are orange. Which is a very minor point, that's just because of this 1, 2. Well then. I guess I'm stuck. I almost think the larger numbers are more useful than the small numbers. Because let's for example look at this 7 cage, right? Oh yeah. I was gonna say it cannot be like an 8, because then you would have to have a sum of 15, but that's logical, I guess. Uh, because an 8 would have to go with a total of 15, and there can never be a 9 in this cage, which I thought was a point, but it isn't. because now, well, okay, so what I'm looking at, I thought the maximum you could then make is 15 in this cage, but then the other number would have to be an 8, which is not possible. And then I thought, okay, well, whatever. You can just move down 1, right? You can make, well, no, you can make 14 and it would go with a 7. But you cannot make 13 because it would go with a 6 again. Hmm. Is there something there? Let's move down 1 more. Make 12 and you make it with like 5 and 7. And then we would use a 5 again. So you cannot use 7 in a sum. 4 and 8. Well, okay, no, that's a very obvious point, which I hadn't grasped yet. Um, in these 3 cages, it's kind of, well, interesting. Um, you can never use 7 in blue because 7 plus something minus 7, because of this 7, the difference is 7. So whatever. So let's say blue. You have a blue 7. Oh no, okay. Well, no coloring. You have a blue 7. You add something to it. The difference of that with 7 is the original number. It's basically 7 minus 7 is 0, right? So you can never have a 7 in blue in a 7 cage. Which then, I guess, would be true for all of these, wouldn't it? For the 3 cells, I guess. For the 8, it's not really true. You can have, no, for the 4 cell cage it's not true. But that means there's no 5 in this and there's no 3 in this in blue, right? Because it could still be in orange, couldn't it? Because you have, then let's say you have 13 in blue. Yeah, yeah, that's very easily doable. Okay. You cannot have a 5 in blue, but you could have it in orange. So that's a very minor point. But well, it's interesting. It does have implications for the puzzle, but not yet, I don't think. Um, yeah, I don't know. What's the minimum this can be? 7. Well, with a 1 with a 1 in orange, and blue could be 8, but 8 could still be in 2 cells. Could even be. Could this ever be 1 blue and 2 orange? Could this ever be 1 blue and 2 orange? So the blue would be like 9? No, it couldn't. Okay. So it's 2 blue and an orange. Always. I'm just gonna color just to see what that looks like. That would make that blue, that orange. Yeah, okay. So not at all. Not at all anything. That if those two are orange. Well, okay, so, oh no, it's 2 blue. Oh no, it's 2 blue and an orange. So could those two be blue? Uh, there's no reason why that couldn't be true. And why couldn't this be true? This also could be very true. Okay. Um, but it's 2 blue and an orange. That's it, I don't know. I don't know. I'm reaching for anything to say. Anything useful to say, at least. I don't know how to continue the coloring. I have no clue. I don't know where to go on. Life goes on and on and on. I don't know. So if these two are orange, this one is orange. Could these two be orange? No, they couldn't be. Yes, they could. This could be like an 8. No, it cannot. This is the minimum of 6. Maybe, wait. Maybe that's something. One of these two has to be blue, right? One of them has to be blue. Come on. If both of these are orange, and the minimum they can make is 3, the maximum that could be is 6, which is not possible. So one of these has to be blue. One is blue, one is orange. Is this anything? And that's blue, then these are orange. And that breaks because... Why does this break? Come on, break. Do something unwanted and please break. I don't know why, but please do. I can't see why. No. Okay. The minimum this can be is 3, this can be 1. Yeah. No. That's useless. Does this break somehow? No, but it's very unrestricted. Okay, so 11. Sorry for being quiet. I'm just staring at the screen thinking. 1 and a 2. So, okay, so what I was thinking is if this is 1 or 2, right? Uh, this has to be 11. That means this is a 4-6 pair, which means this is a 4-6 pair. It has to be 11, doesn't it? It does. But then this could be 3-6 or 4-6. So what I just said is baloney. No. It does have. No, wait. No, the 3 could be in here. No, it doesn't. That has nothing to do with it. Okay. No, that's not it. Isn't this 1, 2, 3, or 4? Because of the 6, the maximum this can be is it can be 5. Yeah, so this is basically 1, 2, or 3. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And the 4 goes either with these or with this. You're not sure which. One of these is 5. Is that somehow significant? It's blue minus orange, so the orange has to be 3 bigger than this. 3 bigger. This could be 3 and this could be 6. Or this could be like 17. And this could be, well, 14, but that doesn't work because of that, but that's a very broad window. There's no narrowing down anything there. Hmm. I thought I was on a roll, but I'm not seeing anything. This is still 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Is that somehow significant? More significant now? It has to be, right? It has to be. There has to be something. I'm gonna label these as 1, 2, 3, and 4 because this cannot be 4 now. Um, um, that's just changing the labeling. That's not anything new. That's kind of why I'm laughing, because that's one of the things I tend to do when I don't know how to continue. Um, if this is not 9 and one of these is 9, that's not a problem. Could this be 1 blue and 2 orange? I think it could. Like okay, so let's say it can be 1, 2, so it's like 1, 3, the minimum. 2 orange, and that goes with a 9. Ooh, that would be very forced if it's 1 blue and 2 orange. But I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. That's It would make that a 1, and 1 goes with 4, 6. Wow, that does make it a lot more likely, because that would resolve a lot of stuff. Um, how could we? Can we disprove 2? What was it? 2 orange and a blue. Can we disprove 2 blue and 1 orange? 2 blues could make anything, actually. Could be like 3 with 8 and the 2 blues. Yeah, it's very hard to disprove. Why am I looking? I feel like I'm constantly looking at the wrong thing. And that bugs me, but that's the point of the puzzle, I guess. I'm happy I got this. Maybe I can do something with it, because a lot of high numbers. No 6 here, no 6 here. So one of these 3 is 6. Wow. Um, no, no, I'm joking. Um, but that is interesting that these 2 oranges and a blue would force a lot. Would make this orange. And a blue 9 would go in one of these 2. And this would go with like a 1 and a 3. 1 in both. Here and here makes that a 1. Puts a 3 down here, puts a 4 in here. Makes that a 2. So basically what I said is you can't have 2 oranges, so it's 2 blues and an orange. And this is also 2 blues and an orange. So in this thing, there's 2 oranges and 3 blues. That couldn't be. It could be like this and then that. And that. Yeah, okay, so there's many shapes, okay. I was hoping I'd have something, but no. No. Um, can I do this with 1 blue? 1, 2, 3? 6. What? No, no, no. Never, never, never. That could never be the case, right? This could never have 3 oranges. Because blue minus orange, blue, if that's 9, minus 6 would be, yeah, no, it could never get to 8. So I need at least another blue. At least one other blue. And in this scenario, there's one other blue in the cage. It would be this. Because I said, like, this is not possible. And in this scenario, there's 2 other blues. So it's this. So always, this is always blue. Always. Progress. We got progress. Okay. And I can immediately see. I use this aspect in the puzzle I'm trying to make. It's not even far in development. I got part of the break in, but the mid section I just cannot figure out. Not in the way Tallcat has here. This is incredible. The mind you must have to come up with like this kind of stuff. It's, I don't know, sort of incomprehensible. I think it also goes through a lot of development stages, which I find beautiful. That means you have admiration for the product you're going to make. But the point I was trying to make is these cannot be both blue, because if they are, it would create a 2x2, which is not allowed by the rules. So either of these is blue, which I don't know. But I do know, because of the logic we did here, that then this is 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then the high one is either 8 or 9. It's either 8, 9 there, or 8 or an 8 here, basically. And then the other is another 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have like this now, which is cool. So basically either of these is 8 and the other one is this. Because this cannot be 1, 2, 3, and this, they cannot be both 1, 2, 3, basically. So these cannot both contain the 8. Which, yeah. I know I have this now, right? It's more than I had like a few minutes ago, but still I'm very unsure what to do with the information I have. It does mean this is like, oh, that's interesting. 7 and 9, I still have to place in this column, and I cannot go here. So this and this is a 7, 9 pair. And that makes this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Yes, 5 and 8. That's very restrictive for the 8 gauge. It has to be, right? Because the maximum these two can be now is 3 and 4, 7. They cannot even come up to 8, so this has to be blue. Okay, so that's the piece of logic I needed to progress in the puzzle, I guess. Okay, so I'm thinking about the 7 gauge now, but I'll come back to that in a little bit. I first wanted to look at the 8, because whatever number this is going to be, this is going to be 8 more than that. This can be like, if this is 8, this is 16. So what's the minimum this can be? It can be 1, 2, 3. It can be 6. Okay, so kind of irrelevant. Well, yeah. Okay, so the minimum they can be is 9 basically, because this can still be a 1. Okay, so that's not the point. What I think the point is, right? There's a few ways to color the 7 gauge. I'm gonna just hide, like, blend a bit of this area and make them green, right? Um, and these 4 would be like the wait. Let's just uh this is the 7 gauge, right? You can do blue, blue, orange. I guess you can have blue and orange. You can have blue and orange, because we determined it can have 2 oranges and 1 blue. Because then you would have a maximum of 9 minus 2. Yeah, okay. These are the 3 ways to create the 7 cage. Is there a different way? No, 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 it isn't, because there's a 1. Yeah, there's 3 spots for the orange. Um, so what I immediately saw is then that this one is not possible because you create a checkboard pattern, right? So that means this has to be blue. That's irrelevant. I don't think that says anything. But it is something, and then either of these is orange. If this is orange, these are orange. If this is orange, this is blue, and that's also orange. Wait, okay, so if this is orange, right? You can't create a checkerboard pattern, so that if this is orange and that's blue, then this is becomes isolated if that's not orange. So whatever the case is, that is orange. Yeah, I'm starting to think about what to do, like, further. Oh, I'm already an hour in. Oh, this is not going well. Um, whatever. You know, it's great time when the Sudoku solver says whatever. Um, 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 yeah. What else? Um, okay, so we said not both of these can be orange, right? Yeah, because then 6, and that would be a 1-2 pair, which is not possible. And 7, 8, 9 are taken. Yeah. So one of these is, well, let's go through the motions, right? If this is the case, then that's the case, then that's the case. Which seems solvable. Seems like proper. I don't see anything wrong with that. And if that's the case, it doesn't give you more information. And okay, cool. So that's irrelevant, basically. That's the orientation doesn't fix this. If somehow in both scenarios, like, this would be orange, then that would be interesting, but it's not the case. Um, so what do we know? One of these is orange, what the other one is blue. And the blue one is an 8 or a 9. And the orange one is a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Hmm. Um, anything beyond, you know, that? Because the 5 cage, the thing I thought about, it's not more restricted now than it was when I just now looked at it. I everything I did on the left side. I feel like this 8 cage somehow has to have a solution, right? But it doesn't, I don't think. Okay, so 3, 4, 5 is blocked. So if this is not 1 or 2, it's 6. That means this has to sum up to 14. The minimum this can be is 7, because 3 and 4, so 7. Yeah. That's I don't see anything wrong with that. This cannot be 7. Can this ever be 8? If this is 8, this has to solve up the sum up to 16. Oh, that's not possible, because the minimum this is like 3 and 4. And then that's uh sorry. 7. That would have to be 9 to sum up to 16, so this couldn't be 8. So this is either 1, 2, or 6. Almost interesting, isn't it? If it's 6, it's more forced, I guess, than if it would be 1 or 2. But these are 2, 3, 4. I don't know how relevant that is, but I can see that, like, if the orange one is here, then there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 triple. Quadruple, I mean. Is that possible even? Yeah, because you would have 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah. Um, and if this is 1 or 2, it's either 9 or 10. And you have many options. I do say that, but it is somewhat limited, because this cannot be 3, 4, or 5. Well, yeah, actually. What's the highest? Could you ever have a 6 here? Yeah, yeah, you can. Could you have a 7 there? 1, 2. Yeah, okay, very easily. Okay, no, not interesting. I'm sorry. Um, uh, what else? What, what else? Maybe it's the way this 7 cage is built up, because we know 2 blues and an orange. So the blues have to be 7 more than the orange one. And if the orange is 1, then the blues have to be 8. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, could the 2 blues be in here? Because you have this 3, 4, 5 blockage. So it's either 1 and 2, which, okay, so that's not possible here. 6 and 7 creates 3. Oh no, you can't use 7 in a sum. 6 and 8, 14, and that would have to be a 7. Could that be possible? 6, 6 and 8, and that's a 7. Sure, why not? Um, but this doesn't have to be 6 and 8. It could be like 1 and 8, and that's a 7. It could be 2 and 9, and that's a 4. Okay, no, okay, so I'm just, you know, um, there must be something else then. Something more relevant. Um, we got a lot of new information, but it doesn't tell me much. I'm not saying anything again. Um, I'm not even sure how to continue. I got more than I anticipated I ever would. Um, You know what? I guess so. I'm in my head. I'm already debating like, am I gonna upload this? What I'm gonna do with it? But I do think I should upload it just because this does highlight the level I'm at, and this is a 4-star Logic Masters Germany puzzle. It is supposed to be hard. That that I'm having difficulty with this is not a sign of, I was gonna say incompetence, but that's that's very mean on myself. I don't think that's the right word for it, but um, no, it's just a sign of where I'm at with puzzling with Sudoku and um and with my logic. So I am gonna stop at the 2 hour mark, but I kind of kind of convinced myself to just upload it. At the end, it's all about entertainment value and about, am I enjoying this? Am I getting, anything about explaining my thoughts? Does it help me understand the puzzle better? And I think it does, but, you know. So, okay, so while I was rambling, I was looking, could this ever be a 1 and a 2? Because that would mean that would have to be 6. That would have to be 6. That means the whole thing, which means these would have to be 14. And no, they couldn't. Could it be 1 and 4? 5. So that's total 5. No, okay, so the problem with 1 and 2 is that it forces a 6. It cannot be 1 and 2. That's the only thing I'm seeing. So there's a 1 or a 2 here. Okay. Um that's not very relevant. Hmm. And there you are, stuck looking at a puzzle. It's way, way over your head. But still enjoyable. I mean, okay, so I'm just gonna test out the both ways while I ramble. Um that looks totally valid to me. I don't see anything wrong with this. Okay. Um, and this doesn't say anything. Well, it says this. What? That doesn't say anything. No. Okay. Um, the 0 cages can have 2 blues and 2 or 2 oranges. I still feel like it's this 5 cage, just because of how weirdly restricted it is when it's 1 blue and 2 oranges. I find that so interesting. But I'm just, I don't know. Either either I'm just not like knowledgeable enough. Okay, so let's say it is the case, right? There's a 1 and a 3 in here. Oh no, there doesn't have to be. Well, there cannot be a 1, so there's a 1 down here, but that doesn't. No, that's nothing. That's nothing. I I I don't know. I absolutely have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I'm looking at these cages and I'm thinking this is just not. It's just there's too little information. But people have solved it, so it is doable. But yeah. Hmm. A very, very minor point, but either one of these is 9, right? Because if this is 9, then obviously that's 9. If this is 8, 9 goes here. That's 7, that's 9. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Um. So what did I do here? Here I looked at. Here I looked at this is the maximum, but then I already knew most of these were blue. And with the other cages that I'm having trouble figuring out, I don't know. Maybe with these, but they don't. But the problem is they don't all see each other. These all saw each other. Um, no, so okay, so that's not relevant. The thought I was having is not relevant. I thought maybe I can do something with this trick, like the opening, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Um, then this is gonna be it for the episode for the well the video, I guess. I am gonna look at it off camera and maybe you know I'm not gonna solve it, but if I find anything and I'm like okay, I'm gonna make part two and gonna go further with the puzzle, I will, but I'm not seeing anything right now. Thank you very much. If anybody is seeing this, please let me know. I don't know how, but if you know me personally, text me or in the YouTube comments. I would find it very cool. Um, Thank you very much. I hope. Well, this was I mainly did this for me, but if you found it interesting, thank you very much, and I hope you have a good day. Um, well, thank you for watching. Bye.